It is just after 9:30 Saturday, September 6th. I hope you had a good night's rest. I'm Haley Gunther. We are waking up to that smoke and haze really lingering across much of the inland Northwest, a lot of it due to those fires in Stevens County as well as Ferry County. It's going to be another warm one, but if you are hanging on to the dream of having more fall-like conditions, that is in Tim's extended forecast. Let's bring him in now, Tim. A lot of people, though, heading down to the Palouse Wazoo homecoming. We have the Vandals at home, too. But, you know, Vandal fans, any weather's fine. But the fair, too. So a lot of people wanting to get out and about.
A little pressure on the weather department today. I know we have a lot of folks. It's just that great time of the year with so many great things. And you mentioned the Vandal fans. They don't worry about the thunderstorms in the Kibby Dome.
It's always comfy in the Kibby Dome, right?
It's always nice. 75 and great there. But boy, if you should be going to the WSU game or other outdoor activities, including the fair, you better have that rain gear with you or close by, maybe in the car, so you can run and grab it if those storms start to pick up. Here's what's going on out there right now. We have all that smoke and that haze. Usually in this beautiful picture, you can see the Spokane River, Monroe Street Bridge, Beacon Hill out there, and even sometimes Mount Spokane. You can't see the Beacon Hill by Phelps Airport or any of those distant features because of the limited visibility and the smoke and the haze around our region. Most of us are starting out with 50s and 60s. Right now, though, down around Lewiston and up through Pullman, we have upper 60s and low 70s. These visibilities are really low, and we have air quality alerts that extend from the Canadian border out through the Central Basin, and air quality alerts extend even over into northern Idaho and parts of northeast Oregon. Look at this band of showers that range from Salt Lake through Boise up to Portland and out to the Seattle area. That's the band that's coming in for our area later on this afternoon and this evening, keeping alive that chance of showers and thunder showers. They are hit and miss, but you should just plan just in case. If you're going to be out there at the football stadium or fair, that you have that rain gear nearby. I'm back with that extended forecast in a few minutes.
Let's get you in fire mode now. In Medical Lake, fire crews responded to a brush fire that ignited late last night about 1 mile west of South Ladd Road and West Fancher. Spokane County Fire District 3 officials saying the fire is about a half acre. Fire crews have completed a wet line around the fire and stopped forward progression last night. Further details have not yet been released. The main concession stand at Avista Stadium has been deemed a total loss after it went up in flames early Friday. Look at this. Fire crews were able to successfully stop it from burning into the stadium, but instability in the structure and the fire starting in the attic meant that firefighters couldn't enter the building safely to put out those flames. They had to let it burn. The building continued to smolder into Friday afternoon as an investigation into what caused this is underway. NonStop Local's Belle Lewis has the latest.
Hours after the flame broke out here at Avista Stadium in the main concession stand, what's left is smoldering remains of that building. I had a chance to speak with the general manager of the Spokane Indians, who said that this loss will certainly be felt by the Indians.
It has to be an Indians out. The hot dogs we serve, I think, are second to none.
The general manager of the Spokane Indians knows a good hot dog when he sees one, because the Indians Stadium has been selling them for years.
Looking at a beautiful green grass field in the sunshine, there's no better place to enjoy a hot dog.
The classic Indians dog is sold at Indians concession stands across the park, but most originate here at the main concession stand, which early this morning went up in flames. Later Friday afternoon, the damage is clearer. The smoldering frame all that remains of the famous main concession stand.
It's a part of you.
James Stinson says he used to work at Avista Stadium. He's partial to cotton candy and says a burned-down concession stand is a potential crisis.
In all reality, it's a huge setback.
The main concession stand, which Day says handles 90% of the food served at Indians games, was completed in 2013. But in 2021, A master plan was developed to make some upgrades to the stadium. That included maintenance on the concession stand, adding insulation and heaters for winter events. The report says the upgrades cost around $400,000. $400,000 of improvements, likely up in smoke. The cause of the fire, still under investigation.
It's still in a little disbelief and a little shock that this all happened.
But Day says since he left his house at 3 a.m. to see the damage, support has rolled in.
And, excuse me,
Well,
take the outpouring of support that we've received today, whether it's phone calls, text messages, people dropping by, has meant a lot.
And as cleanup starts, and as Day says the Indian franchise regroups, one thing is clear.
It's definitely a speed bump, but I know we have a great group and a great organization, and it will not be the end of the Spokane Indians. I can promise you that.
The investigation into the cause of the fire is still ongoing. We'll keep you updated as we know more. Out of Vista Stadium, I'm Belle Lewis.
Belle, thank you for that report. And despite the fire next door, the Spokane County Interstate Fair is continuing as scheduled. Organizers want any potential visitors to know whether it's fires, smoke, or the rides themselves. Safety is their priority. NonStop Local's Justin Spinney has more.
As excitement builds for the Spokane Fair, Jim Hall, the safety coordinator for Butler Amusements, is assuring attendees that safety remains a top priority. Hall says the fire at neighboring Avista Stadium Friday morning will not impact the fair itself. He emphasizes while the risk of fire on the fairgrounds is minimal, a plan is in place to ensure swift evacuations if necessary.
We have a plan of action to get people off the midway and out to the gates. All of my people are trained for that.
When it comes to ride safety, Hall detailed the rigorous inspection process as rides come from fairs like the Evergreen State Fair and undergo multiple inspections, including third-party evaluations. Hall says he's a licensed third-party inspector himself and conducts additional checks to ensure safety.
Because I'm more intense with my inspections, I'm looking for things that might or could happen versus things that are in your face.
But regardless of the work that goes into preparing the rides, Hall encourages fairgoers to be proactive by reading ride instructions. He adds,
it is nice for parents to when they bring their smaller kids, that they watch them, that they control them, because they're excited and they have a good time, and they are subject to running a fence where they're not supposed to.
As for your cell phone, Hall warns against using them on rides.
Do not pull a cell phone to take a selfie when you're running on a ride, because you'll lose track of it.
Some good advice there. So what about money advice? How can you try to enjoy the fair on a budget? Noah Bolter has us covered.
One of the first ways you can save money at the fair is with the food. And no, I'm not just talking about the food you buy, but also the food you bring, because 3 cans this Friday will save you $5 on admission. And the trend of giving will continue on the last day of the fair, Sunday, September 14th, when anyone who brings in a new or gently used coat will receive free admission for one kid age 13 and under. As far as free days at the fair, Monday, September 8th is free for anyone 55 and over. Parking is $5 all day on Monday. Just remember, it's cash only. On Thursday, September 11th, all military, active and veterans, police, firefighters, paramedics, and hospital workers will get free admission when they show their ID. And on the last day of the fair, every school employee, K through 12 or college, gets free access upon the same criteria. And the savings don't stop when you get in. Fair organizers say you can stretch $1 on the fairgrounds.
And you can really make a whole day of it for that one ticket price. Everywhere you turn, you're going to get to enjoy something different in your day at the fair.
Organizers also tell me there will be more $5 food options available this year at the fair. And remember, you can also bring your own food. In Spokane Valley, I'm Noah Bolter.
Noah, thank you. Hey, let's head down to the Palouse for Wazoo Homecoming, an early homecoming this year. And there is a lot going on to get you into the crimson and gray festive spirit. Later today, the Wazoo Alumni Association is hosting a gathering. It's an open house from 3 to 6:30 with a prize wheel. There will be some goodies, some music too, and lots of Coug fans. Plus, Cougar Athletics hosting an event as well, a tailgate event at the Cougar baseball facility. That's set to begin at 3:15, and it is free for former student athletes. Homecoming game against San Diego State will kick off at 7:15. Some tickets are still available, but they are going quickly. They start at about $42. Some sections are already sold out. So if you want to make sure you get in, you should probably get on those tickets here quickly. All right, it is 9:41 on our Saturday, and good news, you get another chance at winning the Powerball lottery tonight with $1.8 billion up for grabs. What would you even do with all that? Lottery officials raised the estimate this morning up from 1.7. So if somebody does win it all, there's now an estimated cash value of $826.4 million. Tonight's jackpot would be the second largest in U.S. lottery history, only trailing the world record $2.04 billion Powerball jackpot. That was back in 2022. Wonder how that lucky winner is doing now. All right, we are taking a quick break. You will feel like you hit the lottery weather-wise if you've been hoping for a cool down and even some rain. That's all in Tim's forecast. We're back next.